We've been talking a lot about Tyron Stokes on the channel lately. Riley Davis is going to get his first chance to give us his Tyron Stokes thoughts here, but he's the number one player in the 2026 class. It's a very exciting recruitment for a bazillion reasons. There have been reclass rumors. There are some of the premier programs in the country prioritizing him: Kentucky, Arkansas, Louisville, and Kansas, who we'll speak more about and update with those four in just a moment. Tyron Stokes back playing AAU. He was back at EYBL in Memphis for the first time. He has been subtweeting people and asking for privacy as he returns to AAU. And now he's going to make his way to the FIBA World Cup training camp U19 team. There's 33 participants, and Tyron Stokes is one of only a few players in that class that made the jump down to the training camp invite with some guys in the 2025 class and even some players currently playing college basketball. So, as always with Mr. Stokes, there is a lot going on, but Joe Tipton had an update on what's the latest rumblings on Tyron Stokes, and he mentioned there are four early contenders, those four schools that I mentioned: Kentucky, Louisville, Kansas, and Arkansas. Tipton reports that Louisville got the first official visit. He took a visit to Kansas. He rescheduled a visit to Kentucky, but that doesn't mean Kentucky's out of it by any means. And then he asserts that John Calipari and Arkansas are deeply in the mix. Additional notes from Tipton beyond those four. It's not a final four, but those are the four heaviest hitters that are seriously putting effort into Tyron Stokes right now. Schools like Houston, Oregon, UCLA, Michigan, and more have also offered, but seem to be a full step behind those four that have been named. And notably for Mr. Davis, who's on the call, Tyron Stokes grew up a fan of North Carolina. So, in Joe Tipton's own words, it'll be interesting to see if the Tar Heels make a push for Tyron Stokes. Start broadly on this. You can talk about whatever you want with Tyron Stokes, but maybe your thoughts on the latest updates on his recruitment.
Yeah, I can't wait till 8 years from now when he's coming off of his first or second All-Star team and he goes on Theo Pinson's podcast and talks about how badly he wanted to play at UNC but never got the call or whatever. Can't, yay, so fun. I think Tyron Stokes, I know that like you mentioned the subtweeting, there's some extracurriculars off the court. I think the on-court product makes it worth it. Like this kid is coming off this EYBL showcase in Memphis this past weekend where he averaged 18 points, 10 rebounds, 4 assists, 2.3 steals. Like stuffs the stat sheet in every way. I think he's got like true point forward type potential, plays above the rim, so athletic. Like you look at his high school tape at Notre Dame this past year, he did an East Bay dunk in the middle of a game. Everything about this kid, like he's number one for a reason. He's a true game changer. And I don't know if he ends up reclassing. I don't know what Kentucky or Kansas's chances are right now. I know he's already been in Lawrence, but I would love to fit on either of those rosters for this upcoming year should he reclass. Like if I'm Bill Self and I just watch Dame Sarr leave Lawrence without a commitment, turn around and start, looking like he's headed to Durham, I'm making a hard push to get Stokes on the roster this year. I think he would be electric and exactly what they need on the wing with or without Darian Williams as well. I think those two could work together really well. They both have like that playmaking ability. And would just even like, I would say that the presence of those two would free Darren Peterson up to do what he does best, and that's go get buckets. Like that to me is I just think one of these teams should be pushing hard to get him on the roster for this upcoming year.
Yeah, I agree that reclassification is what I'd like to see Tyron Stokes do. I've been pretty constant in my feedback on that. I also just don't feel all that confident that it's going to happen at this point. I
Mhm.
think, like, I don't know, that stuff can happen late. He could change his mind and decide in July to do it. Maybe a situation opens up that's perfect for him. Maybe Kansas misses out on everything they're trying to do right now and sweetens a deal so good that he has to take it. I don't know. There's a lot of dominoes to fall here, but like looking at a few of these situations, Tyron Stokes, if he wants to go to Louisville, I don't think he should go this year. I think they're
Mhm.
loaded. They got too many options. If he wants to go to Kentucky, I wouldn't go this year. Loaded, too many guys. If he wants to consider Arkansas, maybe, but they got a lot. If they get Carter Knox back, you've got Darius Acuff, Malik Thomas in that backcourt, DJ Wagner. Like, I don't know. I'd probably wait a year. The only one that really makes sense for reclassification for me is Kansas, unless we're going to open this up to other schools. And if we did want to seriously consider North Carolina, like I would think a reclass could work at North Carolina this year. But it doesn't seem like that's all that serious of an option. So I don't know. The one thing that I feel like is maybe the most readable about the situation, because there's so many moving parts with Tyron Stokes at all times. The thing that seems like a constant is that there isn't much of a sense of urgency from him with any of it. Like, oh, I'm supposed to visit Kentucky this weekend. Yeah, I'll do it later. Like, oh, AAU started. Yeah, maybe I'll join for session two. Like, we want you to reclass. Yeah, I'll think about it. Like, the dude is playing the world on his terms right now. And right now, we know this offseason, his terms include going to FIBA training camp. So, look, you're the number one player in the class. There's a lot of different things that can take your full attention any given time. And yeah, I think it's going to be a long recruitment and a long wait for any of these four schools. All four of them are well resourced to wait it out,
Mhm.
but you better prepare yourselves. If you're expecting a quick resolution or developments on Tyron Stokes to make things happen, I don't think they're coming.
Yeah, I think that's fair. Sometimes with these reclass guys, though, we do see them wait till June for some reason. I will ask this. Do you know when this FIBA training camp starts?
Ooh, I think the games themselves are in July, so I would think June.
This is the U19 team, correct?
This is, yeah. They're going to
Where
Switzerland,
where
I believe.
where Hubert Davis is an assistant coach?
Hubert Davis is an assistant coach.
Maybe the relationship gets built there between Tyron and
Ooh.
Hubert.
Who's the head coach?
Tommy Lloyd.
Aren't they losing a small forward to the draft?
I mean, I would love the fit of Tyron Stokes in Arizona.
That'd be
That would be
nasty.
sick.
Co
That would be
Co
sick. Him and Koa Pete would be nasty.
Co Pete's on that USA team, USA U19.
Okay, Tommy, what are we waiting for, man? Let's get this done.
Yeah, this might be a I need to see something moment for Tommy Lloyd from me. But do you have any like this again? Way too early, I think, to prognosticate like this. But if you had to make a futures prediction on where Tyron Stokes ends up, where would you say?
Oh man. I think my head says Arkansas on this year's roster, like either with or without Carter Knox. This feels kind of like a Calipari move to like a late this is gonna sound kind of offensive, but like a late offseason headline grab where it's like Cal has been out of the spotlight too long. Let me seize this real quick and make a big splash. Like that's kind of what Cal does, but he's a really good player, so it's like it's worth it. But my heart wants to see Bill Self break the gangster back out and get this done.
I think Kansas makes the most sense. I think it has always made the most sense, whether it's a reclassification or not. Now it can change. Any given year, a roster could change. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong on this. My read is that Mr. Stokes may be I don't want to say annoyed, but just a little side eyeing to the whole Kentucky experience right now. Like clearly you rescheduled the visit. That's one thing. I'm not gonna act like I know why he did that, but it is a data point that like you're not prioritizing Kentucky in a huge way right now. But
Right.
coming out of that visit, like I feel like there was freakouts from the Kentucky side, and then there was like some reporting just quickly to sort of smooth things. Oh, like it doesn't mean we're out of it. Everyone calm
Mhm.
down. And Tyron Stokes like was subtweeting an hour after that, just like, can I get some damn privacy, please? So like, I don't know. That seemed pretty clearly like, yo, chill, Kentucky. Just chill. And I wouldn't be feeling great about that if I was a Kentucky fan trying to feel like I'm great with Tyron Stokes right now. There's a long way to go. Like I said, I'm sure Mark Pope can smooth things over, and ultimately you don't commit to a school for the fan base. Tyron Stokes could get over that even if he's a little annoyed with it. But to me, I'm expecting Kansas and maybe Louisville to be the two long term that I would keep an eye on, and maybe it comes down to if he wants to reclassify or not.